Tell us about this innings. Was a slightly unusual innings in that there were only 5 boundaries. You conceived it with singles.
I think it was pretty similar to the other day against Pakistan as well. I think there was about 7 fours when I got 100. For me, it's about just understanding the conditions, preparing my game accordingly, just rotating strike, because partnerships on this pitch are the most important thing. And my only effort that day and today was to string in enough partnerships. I think the time that I got out, the plan was to get 20 more and then try and finish it off in a couple of overs. Usually that's the template I follow, but sometimes, you know, you can't execute things how you want to. But yeah, it's all dependent on the conditions. The pitch tells me how the cricket needs to be played, and then I just switch on and play accordingly.
We're going to play out your innings now. What aspect of it pleased you the most?
Well, I think my timing, the composure at the crease. I wasn't feeling desperate. I was pretty happy knocking ones around. And when, as a batsman, you start taking pride in hitting those singles into the gaps, that's when you know you're playing good cricket, and then you know you're in for a big partnership and settle the nerves down a little bit and head towards, you know, chasing the total down. So that for me, in the game against Pakistan and today, that was the most pleasing factor for me.
Like the chess players think so many moves ahead, in your mind, are you thinking many overs ahead while you're batting?
Well, as I said, I mean, this game is all about pressure, especially big games like semis and finals. And if you go deep into the innings and you have enough wickets in hand, the opposition usually, you know, gives in, and then the game becomes easier. So it's very important to control your impulses while the game is going on. For me, it's what's important is to know the number of overs and the number of runs left. Even if the gap's 25-30 and it comes to 6 and over, I'm not bothered as long as we have 7 or 6 wickets in hand, because then you know 2 set batters and we can turn the game around, and the opposition can only come into the game with wickets. So that was the plan out there.
A century in the last game, a near one today. In your mind, are you playing this format as well as you've ever played?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's up to you guys to break down.
It looked like that for us, but I thought your point of view would always be different.
I don't know. I mean, look, I've never focused on those things. I think I've spoken to you about this before as well. When you don't think of those milestones, they happen along the way towards victory. For me, it's all about taking pride and doing the job for the team. And if I get to the 3-figure mark, great. If not, nights like these, you win. It's a happy dressing room. You go back, you feel grateful for what happened out there, and then you put your head down, work hard, and go all over again. So that's what I've done all my career. You know, for me, those things don't matter anymore. For me, it's just about stepping up and hopefully doing the job for the team.
So you got your partnerships, you got the result you wanted. Well played. You're a deserving player of the match today.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Yes, first of all, a fine cricketer and a fine captain, Steve Smith, captain of Australia. First of all, congratulations, Steve, first on your own batting, and how you as captain stretched that total to make it seem a lot longer. Did the inexperience of the bowlers sort of bother you at some point? Did you think, oh, I'm missing so many players?
I thought the bowlers did a really good job. They worked hard throughout. Our spinners squeezed and enabled us to take the game a bit deeper than you know, potentially could have gone. It was obviously a pretty tricky wicket to start on batting, and tough to rotate the strike at times. And you know, I thought everyone did a really good job tonight.
Did it start to play a little better as it went along, or was it always a better wicket than anticipated?
No, I think it played pretty similar throughout, to be fair. Yeah, it was a little bit of hold for the spinners, a little bit of spin here and there, and a bit of skid. So, and the paces, I think there was just some too paceness to the wicket, and balls were just sort of holding a little bit. So, it wasn't the easiest batting conditions. Probably why the scores were, you know, where they were. Having said that, I thought we probably could have put a few more on. We lost a couple of wickets at crucial times, and you know, if we got 280 plus, things could have been different.
I guess you wouldn't have minded a few more partnerships, because every time a partnership started to develop, you lost a wicket. Yeah,
that's right. It always felt like we were 1 wicket too many down at each stage of the game. And, you know, if we're able to drag one of those partnerships out, that's probably where we get to 280. And then there's a little bit more pressure on the game.
You've had rain affecting a couple of your matches. As you look back at this campaign, what pleases you the most about the way Australia played?
Oh, I think just the way we've come together. You know, as you mentioned before, the bowling attack was quite inexperienced. I thought they did a wonderful job throughout. Some of the batters really stood up and got some big totals. That game against England, I thought we played exceptionally well. And yeah, there were glimpses tonight of you know, some really good stuff as well. So you know, some really good cricketers in that change room, and yeah, they're going to continue to get bigger and better.
Yeah, and they'll be richer for the experience. Well played, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Cheers.
There you go. What a fine player he is, Steve Smith, and joined by another fine player. I suspect slightly happier of the two. Rohit Sharma joins us. Were you always certain that you had this game covered?
Look, till the last ball is bowled, nothing is certain. That's how this game is. And, halfway through the stage, we felt like, it's a reasonable score. We have to really, really bat well to get that score because the nature of the pitch doesn't allow you to just come and, keep playing the way you want to play. But I thought, we were very, very clinical with the bat. Yes, we got the runs at the 48th over, but I thought we were very calm and composed in our chase.
I was going to ask you about that surface. Compared to the other three surfaces you've played on, was this a better surface from a batting point of view?
Yeah, looked better. But look, that's been the nature of the surfaces here. It's very uncertain. The one doesn't tend to play well. The one which we played today played slightly better than the one we played against New Zealand. So the talks that we are having within our group is just about playing good cricket, understanding the situation, and then taking it from there. Not to read too much into what the pitch is doing and stuff like that. There are a lot of experienced guys within the group, so we leave it up to them to make those decisions when they're out in the middle.
It must be such a luxury for you to call on 6 fairly experienced bowlers whenever you want to, any of those 6.
Yeah, that's something that I really wanted, to have 6 bowling options, and at the same time how I can get batting till number 8 as well. So it was a bit of challenge, but when we were just making up the squad, this is something that we discussed at length, how we can have 6 bowling option and at the same time get that batting depth as well. But yeah, look, credit goes to everyone who were involved in making that team. So yeah, you have 6 bowling options. You can choose from whatever you want, and then depending on the kind of batters who are in, what's the right matchup and stuff like that. So it's a bit of thinking that you have to do when you are out in the middle, and the guys are there to know exactly what is required out of them.
When Kohli is batting like that in a run chase, is there a sense of calm in the change room?
Yeah, look, he's done it for us for so many years. And like I said, we were in the entire, when we were batting, we were very calm. We wanted that big partnership which Shreyas and Virat had, which was really, really good. And then the small partnerships between Akshar and Virat, and then KL and Virat, and then obviously that match-winning partnership. Towards the end, it may not look big runs, but those shots in the end by Hardik was very, very crucial.
Going into a final now, and India have had a fantastic record in ICC tournaments of late. You must be enthused by the form of so many people. Shami's come back. Hardik is looking good. KL Rahul has batted really well. You must be enthused by the form of so many key players going into that final.
Yeah, very, very, very happy with that. To be honest, when you want to play the finals, you want all your guys to be in form. And having had made impact in the games previously that's been played before. So all these guys have made an impact whenever they've gotten an opportunity. And that is something that gives us a lot of confidence going into that final game. Again, we will not think too much about it. When the time comes, we'll put our thinking cap on and start thinking about what we need to do at that particular time.
So tomorrow, day off or watch intently as South Africa take on New Zealand in Lahore?
No, look, both are good team. There's no doubt, which is why they're playing the semis. But for us, I mean, yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. At the same time, I want the guys to have time off and relax as well, because it's a very, very high pressure tournament. And, you go through so much emotion through the game. So it's always, nice to have some time off and just relax. And then think about, the finals. We've got some time in between, which is always nice. So we'll think about what we need to do then. But yeah, for tomorrow, just try to relax.
Well done and congratulations on a very good win.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks.